Hello once again, everyone, and welcome to Kruznik's Sanctuary. I'm your host, Kruznik X. Alongside me are Arya Stormborn.
Hello.
And for the first time on Kruznik's Sanctuary, we have Nelly Nyam.
Hi.
So, the issue on the table is we are back working with Eden. In the last episode, we defeated Ramuh in a brand new, totally awesome form, but it was still a bitch to fight, and I hated every second of it while I was dying. But anyway, but lightning is now restored to the empty, and you can see some considerable changes, but let's not waste any more time with the changes and get right down to it with the next quest, Into the Firestorm. Ere we set out once more, might I ask if thou art familiar with the process by which rain is made to fall? The second answer, though. It's an unlagging conspiracy. I suppose so? Then thou shan't have difficulty understanding the explanation to come. With the restoration of our first element, the empty was once more blessed with the most essential ingredient in the cycle of precipitation: water. Under normal circumstances, the heat existent in the atmosphere would cause water to evaporate from the land's surface. As invisible vapor, it is borne by the wind high unto the firmament, where it doth condense as clouds before descending once more, returning to the land in the form of rain. It seems we need wind-aspected ether to create more clouds. That it hasn't rained yet must mean there aren't enough.
And even before that, we need fire-aspected ether to make the water evaporate. It seems to me that one's not much good without the other. Why don't you just throw out both elements together?
You're suggesting that Chris fight two deiform entities, each one as deadly as Ramuh at the same time. Do you realize how absurd that is? And yet, 'tis a notion that doth warrant further consideration. Wait, what? Oh, you can't be serious. Cast your minds, if you will, to the elemental wheel I did show you in the bookman's shelves. Okay. And we're back to this. Wind giveth rise to lightning, whose spark doth produce fire. By restoring both wind and fire in tandem, we may maintain balance between these dynamic elemental forces. The ensuing battle shall indubitably present an ordeal unlike any Chris hath ever faced. I believe, however, that this path doth lead to the prize we seek.
Oh, so perhaps it's not so absurd after all, eh, Thancred?
I wouldn't dream of questioning Urianger's grasp of the science behind it. My concern is for the burden this would place not only on Chris, but Reen as well. What do you both make of the plan?
If Urianger thinks it'll work, I'm willing to give it a try.
Hey, I'm gonna have to do this eventually, so let's do it! As long as you know what you're letting yourselves in for, you're going to need all your strength, so see that you get plenty of rest.
Gaia!
Shall we just get right to it? It seems Reen is reluctant to air her concerns. Were you to rally her spirits, she may become more willing to talk. Excellent. So many cutscenes.
Yes, you're right. There is no use trying to pilot Eden while I've got other things on my mind. It's about Gaia, you see. The truth is that apart from Alice and Alphino, I hardly know anyone my own age. I thought that I should make an effort to be nice to Gaia, but... well, you've seen how she is around me. I understand that she's got her own problems to deal with, but I thought that maybe I could help her in some way. It's not my place to intrude, and I should probably just leave her be until we finish restoring the elements. After all, that's more important, isn't it?
Tough to call on that one. Let me talk to Gaia while you concentrate on the task at hand. Is what I would have said once upon a time. It seems to me that you're the one best qualified to take care of this little problem. I know she can be a bit prickly, to put it mildly, but if anyone can get through to her, it's you. Although we've only known her for a short while, we're all she's got, and I think she realizes that. Just let her know she's not alone, and she'll come around eventually.
Alright. I'll give it a try. Do you have any advice?
Thancred certainly has the gift of gab. I don't know what to say. I'm afraid that since arriving in the first, I've had little time to mingle with any of the locals, and I haven't a clue what young women like Gaia would be interested in.
Ah, that's given me an idea. I'll start with some small talk and go from there. Actually, since before she even woke up, I've been asking Lena about what's popular in the Crystarium. I thought it might be nice to show Gaia around the place one day, you see.
So that's what you're doing. I suppose it makes for a nice change of pace from all that studying. And I must commend thee on thy choice of confidant. The captain's powers of observation maketh her a veritable font of wisdom concerning the behavior of the Crystarium citizenry. Yes, and now it's time to put that knowledge to good use. Don't let the fear of rejection hold you back. Persistence is key.
Speaking from experience by any chance?
Whatever do you mean? Lesson learned from days spent in pursuit of ladies fair, one might suspect. Gah! You couldn't help yourself, could you?
It's all right, Thancred. Your secret's safe with me.
Ahem! May I remind you that the reason we're here is to create a better future for everyone in the first, which includes you and Gaia. While it might not be on the same scale as bringing life back to the empty, if you're able to befriend her, that will be another way of contributing to a brighter tomorrow. So go on. She's waiting for you.
All right. Wish me luck.
Reen is ready to approach the decidedly unapproachable Gaia. You had best observe the conversation from within an earshot. This is within earshot. This is going to be an interesting combo. Why am I doing squats? What the fuck? I'm sorry.
What do you want? Oh, nothing really. It can wait till later. For all we know, there might not even be a later. If you've got something to say, hurry up and spit it out. Is everything all right? Not feeling strange from being around Eden or anything? Is that what you came here to talk about? Actually, I wanted to ask you. Would you like to go and have coffee biscuits with me?
What?
What? Coffee biscuits! They serve them at the second serving in the Crystarium. Everyone's talking about them, so I thought that maybe once we finish our work here, you and I could go there together. Let me get this straight. You came to talk to me about biscuits? Yes, they're light and crispy, and when you dip them in the coffee, they go all nice and squishy. The only reason you're even interested in that in the first place is because everyone else is doing it. Can't you think for yourself? I do what I want, when I want. After all, the world could end at any moment. That's not going to happen. Not if I've got anything to do with it. Listen, Gaia. I understand what you're going through. Believe me, I do. But you mustn't lose hope. A new day will come. Then another, and another. Life's not so bad if you give it a chance. You'll see. Shut up! You think you know me? Even I don't know who I am. Until I find the truth, I'll never be free. Then we'll find it together. I've seen enough pain, enough loss, and I don't want to see any more. And that includes you, Gaia. Why do you care so much about other people? What have they ever done for you? I'm sure you haven't forgotten how we Umorans treated you, the precious Oracle of Light, like a bird in a cage. And yet, you act as if none of that ever happened. So forgiving, so selfless. You and your family brought back the night sky, and you finally had the chance to lead a normal life, but instead, you're flying around in a giant sin-eater, trying to turn a barren wasteland into some sort of paradise. And for what? I may not remember much of my past, but I'm fairly certain I've never heard of anything so ridiculous. Out of morbid curiosity, I'll see it through to the end, but if you think that makes us friends, you are very much mistaken. Gaia?
Well, I surmise that to keep Gaia waiting overlong would only agitate her further. Well, should I say it?
Say it.
Should I say it?
Yeah, say it.
Great googly moogly, it all went to shit!
You're horrible.
Yes, I know I'm bad, but... Alright, we're gonna take a quick break after this, but let's talk to Oriange. To defeat the deiform manifestations of both wind and fire shall require every last mote of thy strength. That thou hast previously triumphed over such beings in previous encounters should be at the forefront of thy mind as we commence the summoning.
Where are we going this time, Oriange?
The place called Ashfall doth satisfy our requirements, I believe. The fables speak of travelers sweltering beneath the blazing heat of the midday sun, while after nightfall slicing winds did tear at their cloaks.
I see. Hopefully it won't be quite that bad when I draw out the elements.
Reen, my dear, may I remind thee that to focus is not the same as to deny other thoughts. Whatsoever it is that troubleth thee, thou wouldst be better for acknowledging it.
Yes, you're right, of course. It's Gaia that I'm worried about.
That is well. May thy concern for her lend thee yet more strength.
It's time. I'll begin drawing out wind and fire in equal measure. Chris, we'll only get one chance at this, so let's make it count.
Memories of Garuda and Ifrit rage through your mind. Eden's verse, Furor, now accessible. Alright, we're going to take a quick break and we'll be back with more. Until then, that's it for this episode of Kruznik's Sanctuary. Thank you to Nelly Nyam and Arya Stormborn for joining us.
You're welcome. No problem.
And thank you all for watching. I hope you all enjoyed the show. As always, if you're watching this on Twitch or live at PlayStation and you like this show, click the follow button. Be sure to turn on notifications so you're well informed. And be sure to subscribe to me for access to exclusive videos and live streams. If you're watching this on YouTube and you like this video, click the like button below and leave a comment. Subscribe to my channel by clicking here. Click the bell icon for more notifications. Click here to watch more by me. Click here to watch the next episode. And click here to watch the previous one. Until next time, Kruznik X, signing out.